Right, welcome back everybody. You know the deal. It's Modern Horizons 3. Let's get into it. We got a pretty nice pack here actually. I mean, I'll probably take 6. This card's pretty strong. Uh Reiterating Bolt, also a really nice one. Excellent in the energy decks. You can just wipe your opponent's board with this sometimes. Those are really the standouts. I mean, Eldrazi, Ravager, and Royal Cartographer are both fine and decent in their respective archetypes, but I don't think they're quite as good as these other two cards. But 6 is a pretty sick little rare here. It gets to get you some value. The retrace is actually like incredibly useful as well. So I've had it once. I've had some good success with it. Let's take it. Not really clear what archetype you want to be in with this. It's not really a card that cares that much about a particular archetype out of this format. So as long as it touches green, I think you're pretty happy to do whatever with it. Interesting. So it's not a ton here that I'm excited about in green. Like, Trickster looks okay. Not unhappy to play that card, but the Condor and the Knot Master both look kind of nice. Run the artifact, there's the battlefield. This just kills opponent's creatures when you get artifacts. It's kind of sick, but might take the Knot Master, even though it's even more colors. It's not like green-black's a thing, really, and white, green, black modify could be a real thing, and this is an excellent card in that deck, so let me try that. We'll see. We're not committed to any of this quite yet. And now we have a Nightshade Dryad or a Dog Umbra, I guess. I don't think I care about lethal takedown all that much. Sentry here. Let me grab the Dryad, I guess. That card's fine in just about anything. We'll see where we end up here. Okay, now Dog Umbra is up for grabs again. We have an Idol of the False Gods. This can be decent in Eldrazi, but I don't think it's like enough reason to go into it. Bunch of red cards, but they're not really good. So I think I will take the little pacifism that can also modify our own creatures. It seems fine. And maybe we'll be green-white base and splash this thing. Something like that. Huh. It's just like the same 3 bad red cards in every pack. I suppose take Conjure. Is this card any good? It doesn't really work that well with Modify, does it? You really don't want to exile your own creatures if you're modifying stuff. I think Expel. I found this card to be serviceable. I don't love it, but it's fine. I really want these blue things. This card's pretty good, but it cares about artifacts. Maybe I'll take it anyway. We could still pivot somehow. Oh, good. Kalia of the Vast. Precisely what I was looking for. There's Twisted Landscape, which is kind of helpful. This Zealot, which is nice in an energy deck, but that's not really where we're at. The Temperamental Oozewag is fine. A little expensive. Rosecott Knight can be good in that kind of thing. Let me just take the land, be a little flexible still. Really not sure where we're going with this quite yet. Okay, there's a Gargoyle. That one's pretty good. It's the Angel. This card has been surprisingly effective. Basically, there's a couple ways to reanimate stuff in the format, and cycling and then reanimating this is kind of sick. And I mean, 7-drops aren't uncastable. Should I just take the Gargoyle, though? That's the thing I want to try. There's been so many Infernal Captors. There's been like 1 in every pack, and now there's 2. This. I don't care about the Hunger Tide. Alright, yeah, I'll take this. I don't know. It's close. Alright. The move counters around land has some potential synergies. It's a little slow, though, and it is a colorless land, which is a real cost. I think it's been the Gargantua and the Oozewag. I like the Gargantua a tad better, so that one. Okay, here's a white-green land. Sure. It's a late solstice. Actually, I could take the auxiliary as well. That card's nice. Yeah, let me actually grab that. We do need some more stuff earlier on the curve. Okay, here's a Nyxborn Unicorn. I'll take that over a Bountiful Landscape, which doesn't do anything. Seems fine. All right, Winged is perfectly acceptable. And all the Infernal Captors are back. I'll take this thing because it's the color. I'll take this because it's going this late. And Oil Plains, I'll probably play that one. All right, a little bit of a circuitous route to get to where we were going, but I think we're in the right spot. I don't know if green's all that open. Maybe we just end up being straight white, black. We just like splash the 6 or something because we only got the 2 green cards. One of them was our first pick, and then this was like our third pick or something, and we didn't really see much green after that. There's a Fanatic of Ronas. That card's kind of sick. Metastatic Evangel's really nice as well in these kinds of decks. Proliferating can be really powerful. I think I might just take the Evangel. The Fanatic's good, but it's not like we're ramping into anything that gigantic, so the like add 4 mana ability isn't super critical, and yeah, and like I said, I think green may end up being a bit of our splash color here, and I think this card's gonna be quite nice. Let me grab the Evangel. Ooh, a second. Oh, wait, never mind. I have to go Geomancer. Not Master's awesome. I would happily play a second one, but Geomancer's just a messed up card. So I'll be taking that one. Yeah, I mean, if this somehow wheels, it is a gold card, so people might not want it. That would be awesome. Nyxborn Unicorn would be a fine addition as well, or the Kite. But yeah, Geomancer is pretty messed up. Let me cut the Dryad for now, and like I said, I think we're going to try to be largely 2-color, and then we'll just splash yield 6 here. This is an interesting one. I like Hexgold Slith a decent bit. I like Witch Enchanter a lot as well. I've just found this to be an actually effective card that, again, is also a land. I do kind of need some 2s. That is something that I mentioned. But, man, it's tough to pass this one up. It's very good. I'm going to struggle for 2s. I might. But, I don't know. I just have a hard time passing this card when I'm in white. It's proved to be really, really effective. Okay, there's a unicorn here, but I think I'll take Wither and Bloom instead. It's a removal spell that you can also use to modify your creatures. That's just exactly what you want. Do it. Pearl Medallion is not quite it. This is one of the few creature or spell lands that I'm like pretty unexcited by. If I get it really late, I would still play it, but I'm definitely not going to spend a pick on it. It just doesn't seem like a 3-mana 3/1 just isn't what you want to be doing. So I'll take the Inventor here. All right. Second Auxiliary or second Nyxborn Unicorn. I guess the Auxiliary is a little bit better if we're trying to proliferate, maybe. This is flexible because it's also a 2 some amount of the time, though. But there was that other one that might wheel, so I'm going to take the Auxiliary here. Okay, now we'll take a Kite, I think. That's a good one to have early. I think Grim Servant. It's another 4-drop, though. Like, what am I really getting with it? Roscott Knight would be an okay thing at the top of our curve, maybe, but excited by it. Yeah, let me just take the Kite. Ooh, and Thraben Charm. Yeah, okay, that's a good removal spell. I'm happy to have that. Lots of blue cards. It's our first pack. Nothing wheeled. That's unfortunate. Well, so I'll take the Brood Scale. That's the only card we have any chance of playing, I think. Alright. I want a second Kite or a Jolted Awake. I don't really have a lot of things that do anything with energy, so let me just take a second Kite. We can probably cut the Terramander, I think. Unless we get a lot more artifacts, it's really not that exciting. Okay, I don't hate this. I'm a little disappointed that nothing wheeled. There were like 3 cards in that pack or something that might have. Uh, Creation of Avacyn. Why? Sink into Stupor. We're gonna have all the blue lands. Alright, Temperamental Oozewag, sure. It's a card we can jam in our deck if we really need to. It's unfortunate that we have a huge sideboard of just like cards we don't want to play. It's not really where you want to be. You really want actual sideboard cards or just more things here that are lands or whatever. Alright. Gonna need a little help in pack 3. This deck's off to a decent start, but it's not great yet. A little bit more fixing would go a long way. I do really want to play the 6, and we only have the 1 Twisted Landscape so far for fixing. So, Savine's Reclamation's quite good. Wormcoil Larva is also really nice. That's about it. So Reclamation gets back a 3-drop and then gets back 2 3-drops, which, I mean, with 6 in deck, we have a good target right there already. We have Ophiomancer also. A couple other things. Metastatic Evangel wouldn't be a bad one to get back either. Is that better than the Larva, which is just like a giant annoying thing? This costs 5 mana. I mean, this is a late game card also, I suppose. Yeah, let me grab a little bit of late game value. It's easier to cast. I really don't know if that's right or wrong, but here. Windswept Heath would be nice, but I think I'll just take the Fell from Profane. It's a nice removal spell that can double as land in a pinch. Hopefully one of these guys wheels. That would be nice. But yeah, I'll definitely take the Fell here. Yeah, there's a Victimize. That would have been good with the Angel that we passed on. I could splash the Gold Tail Trainer. I think Chrysalis. Can't really splash that one. Do I want to Victimize anyway? It's okay with the Kites. It's really good with Ophiomancer. But I kind of feel like I just want more creatures, but I don't know if I want a green one. Feels slightly awkward. Alright, I'll take the Victimize, but it's not the best Victimize ever, let's just say. Junk Diver, really doing a lot for me. Third Auxiliary is like fine. Didn't get a lot of stuff that cares about being buffed or whatever, like we have the 1 Gargoyle. Take a second Gargantua. Eh. I don't think Muster the Departed's doing a whole lot for us. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Auxiliary, but I'm not happy about it. Alright, it's another counter mover. This one you exert it. Target creature gets +X/+X, works in the counters and it adapts. Also Evolution Witness. I don't think this is actually doing a lot for us. There's about artifacts and enchantments. Yeah, we don't have that. I think I'll take the Witness, but I kind of hope I don't have to play it. But it looks like people might have moved in on our colors. Okay, we'll take another Nyxborn Unicorn. That's pretty good. We did end up kind of short on 2s, so I guess that maybe this will be a decision I end up regretting. Alright, I will take one of the Vampires. Is our opening pack? I don't think it is. I think there's another pack with 2 of these, which I would be really happy to pick 2 of these up. That would be sick. I don't think we're getting any more fixing, which is really unfortunate, actually, but take a second Gargantua. Sentry's okay. It is another 4, which I don't really need, but I mean, nothing else out of this pack, so I'll grab it. Also, I'm not supposed to play 6. My mana's going to be really bad if I do. Maybe I cut, like, Victimize, because I don't actually that much going there. Although, Samir's Reclamation gets a lot worse if I'm not playing the 6 also. Kind of awkward. Another vampire is actually exactly what we want. I'm really happy to have picked those up. This is some nice twos. I'll probably end up cutting the sentry. It's the worst of my fours. I don't think a third kite. I don't expect to play it though. Let's see. I mean, I have to think Savine's Reclamation is still good enough. Even if it's getting twos, it's not that bad. The Departed. I could cut something for an extra land here. It's not crazy. The Fetid Gargantuas are pretty mana hungry, and we have these two as spell lands, but these are both spells I would like to play as spells, ideally. Really only have the Twisted Landscape. Well, the Twisted Landscape doesn't even do anything. Yeah, our mana's really bad. I don't think we can try to force green in there. It's kind of awkward, but just did not see very many fetch lands that helped us, and we're at a convenient time in the draft, so. Okay, what looks cuttable here? The Victimize is kind of interesting with the two Gargantuas. If these die, like, even the auxiliaries can be okay. I don't necessarily have stuff that's easy to sack. I guess the Kite tokens and then the Ophiomancer token are the big things. So that's kind of something. Maybe I'm supposed to just cut our Gargantua and not be quite as top heavy. The Nyxborn Unicorns can easily be fours. This thing is also a 4 on the backside. I can equip Mandibular Kite, so I got ways to spend my mana. Yeah, let me cut one of these, and this will be the deck, I guess. I'll play my foil lands, because, you know. So the double costs. We end up without any double costs, which is good. We're a little bit, I guess, Fel the Profane is a double cost, okay. Got a little bit more early white, but we really do need both. So we just want to be even, I think. I guess we get 15, so we don't get to be even. Yeah, it's just going to be a 9/8 mana base with these two kind of helping out a little bit. I'll just have the extra black, I guess. Well, we do have more white cards. I'll have the extra. I don't know. So I'm quite unhappy with the mana base. Not getting any fixing in this format's pretty bad. And overall, this deck is just not that impressive. Like, it does some stuff, and it can definitely win games by just being aggressive and whatnot, but it's not a great version of this deck. And I'm not even sure this is that great of an archetype, to be honest, but we'll see how it goes. I'm not expecting great results, but I don't think we'll get completely run over either. So I'll see you in round number 1. Okay, here we go. We get to be on the play, and that's definitely a big part of winning with this deck is going to be play. Ugh. We have a removal spell. I think we keep this. It's a mix of lands and spells, but man, I'd really like to draw a 2-drop. Hopefully we get a 2 or 3 in the first couple of turns here. It's going to be difficult if we don't find any threats in our aggressive deck, but I just don't think in limited this is the kind of hand you can put back. Okay. Well, the Witch Enchanter might end up being pretty good here. It's artifacts of some kind. But yeah, if I don't draw a 2 or 3 next turn, I'm pretty dead, I think. Well, now there's nothing to remove, so I guess I can just hold up Wither and Bloom again, because I don't really want this thing. At the very worst, I can remove it with the Enchanter on turn 4. Siphon's Reclamation. I guess that's technically a 3, but not quite what we're looking for. Ay, ay, ay. Off to a pretty terrible start, but... Yeah, this deck's not good enough that I can just, like, mulligan aggressively and assume I'll get good hands, I think. So you gotta keep a hand like this and just hope for the best. Alright, we'll kill that one, that's fine. Well, I could just Witch Enchanter it also. Maybe that's better. I have a kill lined up for it. I can keep the Wither and Bloom for a different threat that maybe isn't an artifact. Alright. Don't like that my first play wasn't turn 4. Not feel good at all, but... We do have more removal lined up. Sure, you can Earth your guy, that's fine. I'll damage. Two damage, I suppose. Then you're gonna play a Void Pouncer. Okay. Interesting. I guess I can just play this and make a servo. The servo trades for Void Pouncer really neatly here. It's a little unfortunate. It'd be nice to play a 4-drop that turn so I can then go Wither and Bloom plus a 3, but this is just too good of an answer. So I'm going to do it this way. And puts multiple bodies on the board for this Nyxborn Unicorn to maybe start doing something, which is nice. So opponent's on red-green beats. Does not seem like a supported archetype in this format. We'll see. Bug, okay. That one I can maybe Wither and Bloom. That's fine. It's only when it attacks that stuff happens. Okay. So I could unicorn something up. It becomes a 4/4. Don't want to do that quite yet. Let me just Wither and Bloom this thing. Then I guess I'll put a counter on Inventor maybe, because this is the one I'd rather they kill because I can get it back with Svine's Reclamation. I'll pass. Kind of slow game isn't really what we want to be doing, but I mean, I guess our hand's kind of set up for it. I got a counter, fine. I'll fail to profane the 5/5. That thing out of here. And I guess I still pass for now. I don't know, maybe I'm supposed to offer the trade there, but it's fine. Okay, our opponent's on nothing. I like nothing. Let's go land. And let's see. They do have mana up, so I guess if I try to Nyxborn something, they'll just kill it with this stupid little guy. I could Nyxborn like a servo token. They want to blow up my servo token in response, fine. And then if they don't, I'll attack them with 3/3/3s. Seems okay. I guess they may end up going block with the Simulacrum, kill something, trade something with Void Pouncer, end up with probably just the Nyxborn servo in play, but then I play the Vampire, and that is a combo as well. All right, I'll give it a shot. Some amount of trading seems acceptable here. I guess they want to keep their Void Pouncer. That's fine. Okay. Goes down. Fine. Vampire. How does Mentor work? When this creature attacks, put a counter on target attacking creature with lesser power. So if I adapt in response, what happens, I wonder? Okay, I mean, Layla is pretty annoying, but... Mountain, sure. I think I'll block here. That's fine. Losing out a little value, but I mean... Alright, I mean, I guess I'm gonna hang back and then lose the removal spell, or do I just try to race Lelia? That seems kind of gross. I could Savine's Reclamation the Vampire. So I attack for 6 here. Get attacked for 4, then I can attack for like 9 next turn. It's okay. I just feel like trying to block it when they have 4 cards in hand they haven't been using. Feels like it's not going to go that well for me. So problems if they remove either one of these creatures. Well, specifically this one, I guess. If they remove this one, then I get the 2/2 still, but... Although I could still Reclamation, and then I have enough blockers to go for the double block. Yeah, alright. I'll just not attack. I don't like this, but... I can still adapt to the Vampire. Let's see. Probably aren't going to make me discard, so... They go Black Source into Refurbished Familiar. I guess I'll feel like a fool, but feels like mana could be nice here with Savine's Reclamation being an option. Skola Embermate. Gross. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna block this with literally everything. It is a pretty messed up card. Tapped. It's just gonna work. Just trade Inspired Inventor for Lelia? Alright. Didn't feel too bad. Get to play an Ember Mage, but yeah, if you killed that, I get to just Savine's Reclamation my stuff back, so it's not that big of a deal. I have 100 million cards in hand. Target permanent. Choose Inspired Inventor. 5. Yes. That one. Let's go with a counter on my servo, I suppose. Attack. No, I'll not do that for now. I'd like to at least get a mentor trigger out of an attack. Everyone just incredibly flooded. Like, what could they have in their hand? Etched thing. That's an annoying one. I need to be able to block it, but Frogmere Enforcer. Okay. Probably adapt this now. I'll get to hit it again with the counter for that if I want to. No reason to save the menace. Oh, wing gets interesting. Okay. So the problem is if I attack with both, then they get to attack back with this. It gets a counter and they get to remove a counter. Kind of annoying. I do get in for 8, some of it with lifelink though. If they get for any kind of blocking, wing gets kind of nice. Okay, the medicine, that's pretty gross. All right, let me go for it. We'll see. I potentially might be able to victimize my Witch Enchanter back as well at some point. For you. It's Menace. How they choose to block, if at all. Not completely unreasonable, just take the damage, but some of it is lifelink. Okay. Quite happy to make that trade, I think. Or did I just wing it? I guess I just wing it. That's fine. Yes, I'd like this on top, please. All right. Sure, they get to remove a counter from something. Fine, but I'm hitting for a lot of damage. Heal. Blocks. Gonna remove the flying or the +1/+1 question, I guess. Kept the flying. I really hope they trade something here so that I can actually use Victimize. Alright, they can't actually pump the vampire this turn, I guess. That's kind of nice. I can give this menace again. So you go counter on that. Counter on a servo, I guess. Attack with everything. 5, 9. It's like 12 damage. Alternatively, I just attack with the Dream Drinker because it has menace and lifelink. I don't love the idea of letting them get a lifelink hit in either, but feels like I'm winning the race though, so probably go counter. Counter. I can put 2 on 1. Guess I could put both on the vampire. Is that better? But I want one on the servo as well. Probably better distributed in case they have some kind of removal here. Yeah, which they do. Okay, just look at 1. Oh, we don't even get the 1. We have 2 removal spells. Okay, I mean, that counters my throw a line, I guess, which is kind of lame. But now I can victimize, which is nice. How do I want to do the victimize? I think I attack with both. They'll probably take it. I go victimize, get back Witch Enchanter. I think I blow up the stupid Slith. Then I think I just get back my own Dream Drinker. Not Master's not doing that much here. I don't have any modified stuff. Yeah, they're gonna give this Menace next turn. So I either need to attack with both. No, I need to attack with both because I'm sacrificing one of them anyway. All right, let me jam. That was an annoying play. I mean, I don't know why they didn't just use their removal before, but it's fine. Let's go victimize. And I definitely want the enchanter. That's just good value. I think the vampire is going to be better here. Hot master. Nothing being modified. I guess this is a 2/2 lifelink. This is effectively a 3/2 lifelink. And this does have the potential to grow. Alright, I guess I'll take that one. That's fine. 2, 3. Back the inventor. Question is, do I blow up the 4/4 the 2/2? But I think the 2/2 that's growing is the bigger threat. Kill that one. And we'll see what happens from there. Oh my god, a second Titans Vanguard? Really? Okay. Well, it looks like we're losing this game. You need them not to have 2 removal spells on my Undo Not Master into then draw a giant bomb off the top. That's not great. Okay, pretty tough from here. Why is our opponent 7? Not a great life total to be at in this position. Alright, come on, opponent. Neither of us have cards in hand. Let's go. I guess I do have one. Alright, our opponent passed the turn. We drew a land, so we lose. Yep, we're dead. Alright. Well, that sucked. That's okay, though. But it's just like red aggro splashing random stuff. I feel like this is a deck we should be able to beat. We had a really awkward start, so that's definitely part of it. I don't really have a ton of a sideboard here. So I think run it back and hope to get off to a quicker start. I would like to play first. Yeah, this is fine. Both colors, 2 drops, 3 drops. Oh, I thought this was another inventor, but it's Sophia's Reclamation. That's fine, though. Worried about it. One has some good, like, on-raid cards, and we're playing a deck that isn't necessarily going over the top of it, so I don't know. This might actually be a tough matchup, despite the deck they're playing, I think, being not a real deck. Maybe an interesting question of what to do with the Inventor here. Putting a counter on the Vampire doesn't make a ton of sense, because I can just do that for some mana later, so probably either going to be the 1/1 or the counter. And I think the 1/1's better. It depends on what they play a little bit, but they have a bunch of removal, so making sure I have some random bodies on the board is useful. Right. The old charge bug doesn't really bother me too much, I don't think. It doesn't give haste. Right? Spend energy for it. On attack and use wing it. I guess I could even adapt. So yeah, the attack's kind of free, isn't it? I can just adapt, block. Okay. Let's go Inventor. Servo, that's fine. Helps me block menace creatures as well, which isn't bad. I don't think I'm going to go for the double block on that. That feels like a way to get blown out for no reason, but... Alright, Vampire's fine. They have a single red left. Could be bad. They have the bolt. When I try to wing this thing, they can nail me, which is bad. I can Nyxborn Unicorn something. I tried to Nyxborn Unicorn the Inventor, maybe. It becomes a 4/4. They can't block it very well. Maybe attack with the Servo at that point. Grows it into a 2/2, so that's like fine. Yeah, if they want to kill something, I guess I'd most prefer they kill this. So go for it here. Yeah, I kind of thought they might have that. I didn't want to get blown out on wing hits, so. Nice thing is that still leaves me with a body on the ground here, which is fine. And it puts a target in the graveyard for Sivian's Reclamation, so I think that ended up being an okay play. Obviously, they're up on mana a lot from that exchange, but it's fine. Interesting. Gonna give it Menace. Yeah, it's fine. Good. A second charge bug. You got it. Ooh, Metastatic Evangel's not bad. But it does need creatures to come into play, which is slightly awkward. Alright, let me attack with everything. Probably end up adapting. I think there's a reason to keep up other mana here. Tap that thing. I'll just play the Evangel here. A non-token creature enters the battlefield. Okay. So if this survives, I can go for Savine's Reclamation on the Inspired Mentor. I imagine they're going to kill it immediately, but let's see, I guess. Yeah, that doesn't bother me too much. Okay, they're not killing the Evangel. I'm gonna get some good value. It's fine. This mandibular kite doesn't quite work, but that's okay. So this when another creature enters the battlefield, and this is when a creature enters, when it enters the battlefield. I should be able to order the triggers in the way I want. So I should be able to put a trigger on like the Nyxborn unicorn and then proliferate everything. Seems like a pretty good deal. Is that where I want it is the only question. I'll get one on the vampire right away, which will make it a 4/3 with menace. I consider trading it at that point. I can't unfortunately do stuff and wing it, but that's okay. Yeah, I mean, I think this is just a really value play, so I should make it. This on the stack first, and go +1/+1 counter on. I think the unicorn makes the most sense. Okay. So these 3 permanents done. Menace, which is cool. Yeah, I don't see any reason to attack here. Well, I could attack with these two, maybe. Because it's now bigger than the servo again. How did that happen? Oh, because I put an extra one there? Yeah, okay. So they trade for the Nyxborn unicorn. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I don't really want to trade this quite yet, but I think this is a fine attack. Get some additional mentor value here. Oh, they're just going to take 8. Down for that. All right. Comes the big boy. Maybe. I guess that's why they wanted to keep the Void Pouncer around. But it's okay. We have the Dog Umbra. Gravedigger and make it 2/2. That's your play. Okay. Not really too worried about that one. Password removal spells, I suppose, is the idea. Okay. I guess now if I attack with the unicorn, like zombie token +1/3 block it. Hmm. I don't really want to do stuff into open mana. Feels like they have their 5-drop. I'm probably going to need to keep the Dog Umbra for that. Really need another planes here. I guess I could make some aggressive attacks and then Savine's Reclamation. Not too bad. Like, I can literally Savine's Reclamation any of these things. What happens if I attack with everything except Metastatic Evangel? What are their blocks looking like at that point? 3/1 blocks 4/3. 2/2 plus 2/1/3 is maybe block a 4/4. Then maybe they take 6. I play Savine's Reclamation. I get the Unicorn and the Hex Drinker back. Okay. I think I can wait, though. Should I play my land is another question. I think I will. I want a 5th land. If they make me discard a card, I'll just discard the kite. It's not that big of a deal. Pass. The no value Gravedigg was a weird play. They have something. York Mace? Really? Okay. Sure. The Glasswing Grace. Well, you know what? I'm pacifying. It's whatever that goes on. York Mace is a pretty funny one. What I really want is another creature so I can further proliferate. That would be pretty sick. Ugh, Swamp is like the worst draw imaginable, basically. But I have Wing It now, so I think it's time to attack. Let's go for it. For that thing. You have to make some blocks happen, right? Okay, well, I'll kill your vampire. And I'll just save this with the Wing It. It's fine. Fine. Let's bottom the plains now. They go to 7. They have a creature in play. I'm at 24. Feels pretty okay. Second mace. Good Iron Eater. Sure. Taking damage doesn't feel like maybe the best thing in this situation. For planes anyway. But that thing's less flying. Wait, this doesn't have reach or anything, does it? Battlefield, blah blah, sack a thing. Okay, so I just give something else flying and kill them. A little boring, but I believe that is the play. Whip, servo. Back in the air. All right, Metastatic Evangel. Doing some stuff there. All right, well, we still have a sideboard, so let's run it back. We don't have a ton of time to win last game. Gonna need to be aggressive. 6 minutes should be plenty, but I have to play quickly. Geomancer is worse here than other matchups because they have a lot of ways to remove it, but I'm still gonna keep this. Hopefully we get a 2-drop. Well, from the Profane is okay. Vampire. Deck has not been cooperating with us. We have a metric crap ton of 2-drops, and we just never draw them on turn 2, it seems like. Lelia too, alright. Well, if the Sophiomancer dies, we just lose, I guess. That's fun. We might still lose anyway. Where were you a turn ago? Come on, man. I guess I can at least fill the Profane to Lelia, but still not great. Sure, you can give that a minute. That's fine. Alright, I'm holding the Lelia back. It's good. Alright, let's go Swamp. I don't want to keep the Dog Umbra up. Yeah, let me just go Vampire. That's the turn. They're probably going to kill my Ophiomancer. No? Okay, that's fine too. Ah. Okay. Alright. Alright, let's just adapt this. I don't think the menace is going to be all that relevant. I'd rather get my counter while I can. Okay, another one's fine. We're almost certainly killing a Geomancer now. Play a second one of these. Pass, they're going to kill this. Then if they try to remove the snake, I'll pacify Delalia. Not crazy to remove the snake. Okay. With both. Okay. Certainly blocking there, and I suppose I will block here too. Happening? Alright. I'm down. Go out. Alright. It was annoying, but it's fine. Can pacify it. Raven Charm. Rain Enchantment. Exile a Graveyard. Oof. Am I supposed to undo Not Master for no value here? I don't think so, but obviously isn't great. We do have another removal spell for something big. This Meteor Nice. That one's fine. Ashling Flame. That card. Don't lose unspent mana. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, I'll just kill that. Well, not loving my spot here, though. The Nothing Auxiliary. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Gonna get bolted, and I'm gonna be sad. Okay. Sure. It's not unexpected. Okay. Feels alright. It's also okay, I guess. I don't know. Back. Sure, yeah. Charge bug. I have so many cards in hand. I really don't want to try to undo not master my thing and just have it get blown up. Void Pouncer, okay. I think I Thraben Charmed the Void Pouncer. They have a removal spell though, it's like so bad. Just draw. The Unicorn's not bad actually. I bestow it. Guess I try, yeah. Well, just having a second creature in play is actually really nice too. Just cast it. That lets me cast Thraben Charm without worrying quite as much about getting blown out. Health, Raven, Charm. 3-1. If they can kill both my creatures in response or something, then okay. One. 4 cards in hand. Like, they obviously have something. That boy. For 1 and lose 1. Yeah, it's going to be good in this game. I don't have a way to remove it. Doesn't exactly help. I think I throw the mace for like 6 damage as well. Disgusting. I think we're just dead, to be honest. But I don't know. I guess I'll throw a line. Play this. Afraid. Done. I fully expect to die here. This ability costs like 4. When they drew green mana, that can't be good for me. Isa the Restless? What the? Okay. Well, they're going to slam all giant creatures in a long game. Our game plan just really didn't work at all. And that was kind of the issue, is like, we were supposed to be the aggressive deck, and just every game we were not. Oh, really? You're gonna let me trade for this? Done. Don't love it, but it is what it is. Oh, good, I drew a land. Now I was gonna start generating Tarmogoyfs, because they can just attack with that thing. Yeah, we're pretty screwed here. Time situation is not helping either, but I don't think we were winning this game either way, unfortunately. Sure. Feels bad. I think our opponent's deck is not great, but clearly ours is worse, so. Oh, they are going to let me kill the Disa here, maybe. Oh, no, they're just going to give it menace. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, whatever. We're dead. We're drawing more lands. Yeah, that was... Wow. Our deck did not deliver in this match. Let's see if we can turn around the next one. All right, here we go for game number 2, or match number 2. As usual, we don't draw one of our 2 drops, but I will keep this hand. At least we have the Wither and Bloom. That kind of counts. Though this is, I guess, better on the draw, because they're more likely to have something that we're happy to kill. Still. Yeah, our deck has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 2-drops we can play, plus the Mandibular Kites, so... It's a little bit frustrating that we never seem to have one in our opening. Right? It's flooding, why not? Opponent on blue. Interesting. Showing off their cool lands here. Ugh, plays nothing. Now I'm just gonna get countered and lose. Sweet, sweet. I gotta develop my boards, so. Inspired Inventor. I assume I'm getting counterspelled here. Ooh, I didn't. Okay, so let's make a servo that'll lead into the auxiliary nicely. Probably a little drowsy deck if I had to guess. Yeah, there's the Void Cry. I should probably take a turn off to kill that. That card's really, really threatening, so let me do that. And I'll put a counter on the servo. Back for 4. Right. Waste. So actually playing a waste. Kozilek's Unsealing. Okay. That's slow, so I'm kind of okay with it. Could also destroy it if I really wanted to. Maybe that's worth it. Actually, you know what? I am going to do that. I didn't really do it before attacking, but it's fine. I don't know, just destroying all of my opponent's permanents seems like a way to potentially get ahead. Round 12. Next turn I can go Auxiliary plus Not Master if I want. So they're under a lot of pressure here. It's kind of how we drew it up. Death Toucher's like medium annoying, but mostly fine. Alright, let's go land, auxiliary. Or these two. Not master. These two. I think that's right. Maybe it's better to just put both on the auxiliary, but I think it's okay. Back for 9. And block 1 if they want, but it means they don't get their ramp. Alright. Unless they have a way to kill everything, I'm feeling pretty okay. Cost 7 that I'm scared of. Annoyed Altasaur? That doesn't really feel like it's going to get the job done. They revealed a Dread Mask. Yeah, I mean, I just get to attack them for lethal, so matter at all. I'll play this, because why not? I don't know what could possibly go that wrong here, but... Alright. Okay, so we're playing against Eldrazi Ramp, the boogeyman of the format. They're playing 2 wastes. I guess it just really didn't get that many landscapes. It's interesting. The early removal on the ramp is going to be critical. I don't think a lot that changes my deck because of that. So yeah, just hope we get a quick start and can run them over. That's the way we're going to win these games. Oof. I think this one's a mulligan. This doesn't do anything for so long. Okay, well, we're going to 5. I mean, as 5s go, this is a good one, I think. I'm putting back Thraben Charm Felder Profane. Try to attack them and Wither and Bloom a thing. If I can ever cast that, that'll be nice. Sure. Fight online. No 2-drop is nice. Back. Hope they don't have a counter, but I mean, run them all to 5, so we can't really play around things at this point. Evangel. Alright, didn't have it. That's good. Now we're actually hoping they play a Void Craw. Kill it. Okay, yeah, this is lining up kind of nicely. And then if we can get the auxiliary going and get the metastatic evangel stuff with that, that's going to be nice. This is the one, like, sort of downside of the Eldrazi deck, is if they can kill your ramp. Sophine's Reclamation's interesting. Kill this, attack. Do need to draw a land next turn for this to be really good. But, I mean, if we do, I get to give +2/+2 to both my creatures. Okay, Malevolent Rumble's slow. They're gonna reveal... So we'll see what they'll reveal. Oh, they're playing a Vexing Ball. They grabbed Evolution Witness. Okay. Oh, sick. All right. So we're gonna go Auxiliary 4. Okay, we'll stack the triggers correctly. Great. These two done. Back for 8. Can chump with their servo if they want. It's fine. Yeah, at some point move the kite to the Evangel as well. Man, Static Evangel's a freaking good card. I think I'm glad I picked that one up over what was the other thing? It was some rare that I was looking at. Can't remember now, but it's doing great. Our opponent's down to 7. They need a reach creature or removal spell this turn, or they just die. I think they're gonna get there. Oh wait, no, it doesn't have reach. That just doesn't work. They're just dead. Play land, why not? 1, 2, 4. Wow. All right. Beating Eldrazi feels good. We'll say that. All right, let's see if we can get the 2-1 in the final match here. All right, here we are in the final match. We finally got a 2-3 curve. Really excited to keep that one. Don't know about this Victimize here. We'll see. But probably a good reason to make a servo off of the Inspired Inventor. Dictate a little bit by what our opponent does. The Knot Master could be nice as well. Okay, let's see if our opponent's aggressive or anything. Could line up nicely though. Okay, could easily be a counter, but I mean, what am I gonna do? Not play my 2-drop? Alright, looks like that resolves. Very good, very good. I'm gonna need to draw more lands at some point here. Nothing? Okay. Nothing. Alright, there's some more lands that I wanted. Let's attack for 2. Actually, I could have the 1/4. I guess I'll just adapt it. It's not that bad. Kind of awkward turn, but that's fine. Go Inventor. Servo. Like I said, this is in large part because of the Victimize. I really want a random creature to be able to sack later. It's Electrozoa. Okay. Feel A-okay about racing. That's fine. This card really has not impressed me much, even in the energy decks. I mean, you sometimes get just a ton of energy and it's fine, but like the stat line's okay, but it's not like it's that amazing either. So kite. Okay. What do I want to do here? Kind of want to just jam. I could level the vampire, but I think I'd rather just play a second vampire and a kite. Or I could play second vampire, not master, or something like that. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack and trade something for the Electrozoa, probably the Vampire. I could adapt the Vampire, but if they have removal in response, it's like kind of awkward. I don't really care about that too much. Should I keep the servo back in case they have the 1/4 here? Eh, gotta be aggressive. Okay. Yeah, let's go Vampire. Kite. Just hope they don't have some kind of sweeper that I'm not thinking of. Okay, they did have a burn spell, so not entirely unexpected. They're slowly building up energy, which could be bad. Let's see. Wow, they're just gonna keep passing. Okay. Pretty annoying. Gargantua's not really gonna do it. Yeah, let's just go auxiliary. Some counters on some things. I have a counter. Fine. But now I can victimize the auxiliary, which is... They are still taking damage during this whole process. They got 2 cards in hand, so... What they can do that's like that impressive. Glimpse the impossible? Okay. Sure. Draw some cards off Null Drifter. You can get a Tempest Harvester. I guess there was land in there too. Fine. Worried about any of this? The land. Yeah, not Master plus Victimize feels pretty good here. So I can make this into a 3/3, make this into a 2/2 off of the servo. Back them. Yeah, I think that's the play. I can Gargantua later, maybe. That feels pretty good. Victimize. 2. E. Gonna bolt something in response. Oh no, they're gonna Aether Spike. Okay. Well, they're down to 1 card. Not pay 3 to prevent that. Will, however, throw a line. These 2. Back for 6. Trade for a servo. I mean, you gotta, but man, that can't feel good. So we're playing a bunch of Aether Spikes. That's going to be good to know for the future. Opponent really likes to play at instant speed. Like, fair enough, I suppose. You have all Aether Spikes, it makes sense. Land. Guess I just play my Not Master and then slam. Or I expect this to get countered or something, but like it doesn't. Now if they kill one of my creatures, it gets bigger, so it's the Electrozoa. Yeah, you got it. Venter's Axe. What does that do here? Doesn't save anything. Oh, it. I see. It lets that trade. Sure. Now my Gnaw Master's a 6/6. I'm okay with that. An Inventor's Axe, huh? As that card had Flash. They're just playing at instant speed. Bunch of Aether Spikes and Electrozoas. Weird. Want a third Kite? Lines up nicely against Electrozoa, I will say that. Let's see. I'd be happy to cut. Could card one of the 3 auxiliaries. I could maybe replace Witch Enchant. Like, it doesn't seem like they have that much for this, but they have some things. Gonna be on the draw. All right, I'm gonna be a little aggressive. I'm gonna cut a Plains for a Kite because of the Witch Enchanter being maybe a little less good in this matchup. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe I was supposed to cut a Swamp. I think I had an uneven amount, but whatever. It's fine. Well, I mean, I'm gonna keep this, but obviously a little land heavy. Okay. All right, let's draw 6th land. Why not? I guess I'm really glad I cut a land. All right. Chances my stuff all resolves are pretty minimal, but if it did, this would be a sick curve. On my thing, sure. That at least means Ophiomancer will resolve. Which means I'm guaranteed a snake. I guess I could have killed it with the 1 mana spell. But now it's too late. Now I'm getting a snake no matter what. So I still kill it, but get a snake out of the deal. All right, opponent. What you got? I'm playing to the board. 4 mana pass is my guess. Try to ambush me with Electrozoa. Oh, we're doing things. Cyclops. Ah, okay, okay. That is an annoying one. Although I can go put counters on my stuff, which makes this survive the Cyclops' nonsense. I'm actually going to attack. Not with the 3/3, obviously, because then they could trade, but 2/2 here. Do from there. You can obviously prowess this at some point and then do the thing, and that'll be stronger, but okay. Corrupted Shapeshifter. Flyer, I assume. They keep tapping out, which is great for me. Now I can do some throwing of the line. Definitely put one here. Do I just put both there? I do, actually. You guys don't really need more all that much. Let's see. Question is, do I still attack with the snake? Because now If I attack with a snake, they could trade Cyclops plus this, plus their energy for this, and then kill the snake. But, like, that's probably okay. I'll get a new snake. Tough to know for sure if that's right or wrong. We are supposed to put one counter here, because now it's, like, kind of in for them, but I'll just stack in the air. It's okay. If I can get the Knot Master down and get some extra value, now that'll be a different story. Sharp on 13. Let's see. Probably not blocking the Cyclops if it attacks. Especially now. Glimpse. Oh, no, that's a different route. I thought this was the Planeswalker, but they didn't really hit much. So they're just gonna get a bunch of dudes. Energy is fine. Not attacking me back is almost certainly a mistake. Fibular Kite. Why not, I guess. Right, well, let's play this in case there's something I'm not thinking of. Air. Yeah, kite. Equip the kite. Something. Pretty modified creature dies, put counters on it. I assume if I unequip the germ, that doesn't count as a modified creature dying because the equipment has left at that point. Ah, they had the null drifter. Okay. It's slightly annoying, but getting to the point where they're gonna have to block. Ooh, their auxiliary is interesting. I do this. I have 7 mana, so I can't quite auxiliary and equip the thing. I could auxiliary the 2 flyers anyway, which makes it a lethal attack. 6, yeah. So they either, like... Yeah, that gives me some value, because then the Ondu Not Master maybe gets some counters. If they just, like, block this. And I want to move the kite soon anyway, so I think it's okay to do it that way. 4. And now if they want to trade for the auxiliary, that also means they will take some damage, which is good. I think setting up a lethal attack here is useful. Okay. Obviously killing the big one. Some counters on Not Master. One is down to 6. You can loot, that's fine. Got some flying threats. You to loot, that's so fine. Lots of lands over there. Driving Skyclaw. Alright, another flyer. And they have potential counter spell option here. Though it doesn't look like I'm casting any spells this turn anyway. Alright, where am I equipping this kite? I could put on the snake. That sounds really annoying, actually. I attack with snake plus auxiliary. Yeah, it doesn't sound too bad. Don't think I want to attack with this thing yet. 4. Our opponent for 6. The Auxiliary's just gonna trade, but it forces more stuff off the board, which I think is okay. Okay, we get more counters. Go land. And so I'll just put the thing here since I have nothing better to do with my mana. Make a new snake. All right, and that was the match. Very nice. So we managed to win two matches pretty convincingly. Lost the first one to I think what might have been the worst deck we faced, which is kind of funny, but just our hands didn't line up great, and the matchup perhaps wasn't that amazing either because they just had some good removal. But anyway, I kind of like this deck well enough, I suppose. After playing it out, it was fine. Wasn't doing anything too busted. Metastatic Evangel ended up being the MVP of the deck, I think. I'll do not master quite good as well, of course, but I kind of expected that. The Metastatic Evangel was slightly more surprising. Wither and Bloom was great too. Basically won us the Eldrazi matchup, so that's kind of nice. But anyway, fun little black-white modified draft. Didn't end up playing the rare we first picked, but that's okay. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, consider hitting like, subscribe, all the good YouTube buttons. I do appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. Yeah, that'll do for this video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.